Hey there, folks. Welcome to Adventure in Art. My name is Ben Staley. I am your resident talking head, and I don't do reviews. And you're going, wait a minute, Staley. I think I read the title of this video, and it says review. Okay, I mostly don't do reviews. I might never do another review. We'll see how this one goes. I'm just not interested in doing reviews. It sounds like work. Really, I want to go out and I want to make stuff and I want to share that with you and I want to show you those videos and I want to talk about creativity. I want to talk about the esoteric makings of art. I want to talk about having adventures. I want to talk about struggles. I want to talk about creativity. I don't really want to talk about gear very much. I'm going to do it today. Now, strangely, in the last couple of weeks, I've had a bunch of people reach out and be like, hey, do you want to review this thing on your YouTube channel? And this is a new development for me. Mostly it was like, here's a list of products we make and just pick one, we'll send it to you for free and you can do a review. And I was just not interested in that. Like, I don't really need free stuff. If I want something, I'm gonna buy it. And none of this stuff is very expensive. And so it's like, it's not really worth it. There was nothing that I wanted to do. Well, this company, Hollyland, reached out and they said, hey, we looked at your channel and we think maybe you would be appropriate to review one of our products. Check it out. What do you think? Are you interested in these? And right away I went, oh, that's kind of the thing that I've kind of been looking for. I looked at the specs and I went, boy, that could solve some problems for me. Because I have had a few problems that I've been trying to solve on this channel and I haven't put a lot of effort into it because I've been really busy, but I'm just thinking, well, eventually I want to start doing X, Y, and Z, and I'm going to have to get some equipment to do that. And I just hadn't put much thought or time into actually moving in that direction. But then this popped up. And I said, okay, yeah, send me that. I'm going to check it out because that might be what I'm looking for. Is it what I'm looking for? Stay till the end. What are we talking about first? I'm being so vague and so obscure. What we're talking about is here's the box, the Hollyland Lark 150 clip-on wireless microphone system. What is this? It is a little system, comes in this little box. You have a receiver and you have two wireless transmitters, okay? So the receiver, you plug into your camera via this little cord, and then you have two microphones, and you can use only one of them or you can use two of them. You can send an audio signal to your camera, to the receiver, and then into your camera. It will record either in stereo, in mono, or in this kind of safe mode where it'll record the track at the level that you set, and then it will record another track 6 decibels lower, just in case you peak a little too much. That's pretty cool. So this thing's very versatile. These little microphones, you can clip on, you just use it as the little box that it is, and you can clip it right onto your collar or your shirt or wherever. Or they also come with a wired lavalier, two wired lavalier microphones. So you could stash the mic away in your pocket, much like I've done here. I actually have you can see I'm recording with the darn thing right now. So that's the audio you're hearing. And I've stuffed the transmitter in my pocket, and then I just clip the little wired thing onto my collar. So you have two transmitters. You can use the transmitter alone as it is, or you can put a wired lavalier onto it. The receiver, it will take both channels. You can either record them separately or you can record them as a single mono track and where it mixes them together. Pretty cool. It goes right into your camera. Boom, you can adjust the levels independently. So this whole package comes in this neat little box, which could actually fit in your pocket just about, a jacket pocket anyways. And The box is also the charger. So there's a USB-C port on the back, which is where you charge the box, and the box keeps the receiver and the transmitters charged. That is pretty darn cool. I have had this thing a couple weeks. This might surprise you, probably won't. Why would you know? I didn't read the instructions. I just took it out of the box, plugged it in, and went out and used it. And I have used this little device on 3 separate videos that are not even out yet, like they're coming in the future. So I'm gonna show you some previews of coming attractions where I used this little wireless microphone system. I wanted to spend time with this thing before I sat down and talked about it. I actually wanted to not just like look at the specs and read you the specs and talk about all that. I actually just wanted to go out and frickin' use the thing and try and make something and see what I think about it, right? And I needed to actually do that and needed to just get my hands dirty. I needed to make some mistakes and figure out what I liked, what I didn't like, so I could really tell you that. So the first time I went out, I didn't read the instructions. This is the first, I'm gonna show you. So here's some previews. This is the first time I used it. Now, I went out in the desert with my friend Mark McBride, who you've seen on the channel before if you've seen a couple of my Death Valley videos. He's been in those. Well, he's an old friend of mine, and we went out and had a pretty cool experience out in the desert, and that's coming up. But, you know, I put a wired lav on him. I just clipped the transmitter right to my collar, and we drove around in my 4Runner, drove around out in the desert for like an hour. And I had the transmitter plugged into my wife's Sony A7 III, which is what I'm recording on now. That's what I use to do most of my sit-down videos. I use her camera. It works pretty good, I guess. You guys seem to like it. That's what I did. So I mounted that in the back seat. You're gonna see that here. And we just drove around and we were talking and stuff, and we did some other things too, but I'm not gonna show you that. Here it is. Let me know what you think of the sound. Why is art important?
So there's a flaw with that question.
It's already the most McBride answer. Okay, so one thing that I didn't realize, because I didn't read the damn instructions, is like I just recorded it as a single mono track. Had I read the instructions, I would have known that I could press and hold this left dial here, beep, and I could actually switch it over to stereo mode, and I could have recorded 2 tracks independently. I wish I'd have done that, but I didn't. So after that, I went and I did a photo shoot with an actress and model named Katie, and we went to downtown LA and we did a photo shoot, and it was pretty cool. It's coming up soon. And I wore a microphone while I was shooting, and then I did a little interview with Katie afterwards. So here is some of that.
Everything ends up being full circle a lot of times. Like, I never thought I would be in this situation or that situation, but if I feel like something's meant for me, then I trust it. And then, you know, there's either some universal sign or a person or a thing or something that comes on to you in the way to make you feel like, okay, I'm going to keep trusting this because this sign wouldn't have come right in front of me, kind of thing.
Okay, so that's what it sounded like. That's recorded right into the Sony A7 III. One thing, I did make a mistake there, and I screwed up, and I've learned this. This has happened twice, actually. It happened again later. I accidentally muted the receiver for part of the photo shoot, so it didn't actually record any audio. Now, wasn't a big deal. It's kind of just there as scratch audio anyways, in case I want to use it. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I didn't realize that I had muted the thing, and I wouldn't have done it on purpose. So that's something to think about. That was just my fault. Now I know, okay, it's easy to mute this thing. Okay, the third time. Now I did another photo shoot with a friend of mine who is a professional dancer, not the adult variety. She does like festivals and go-go dancing and that kind of stuff, and she's classically trained. Super cool, creative gal named Say. Yeah, so I again did the same thing, clipped the microphone to me during the photo shoot, and then also put microphones on both of us and did a little sit-down interview. You want to see some of that? What does adventure mean to you?
I think adventure and nature are very tied together for me.
Bada bing, bada boom. Now, during the photo shoot portion of this, I did the same darn thing. I accidentally muted the receiver. So I've done that twice now. I don't think I'm going to do it again. That's purely my fault. You can actually mute the beep beep. Where's it at? Let me pull it out of here. Here's the little box. You can mute the transmitters as well. They have a little button on the side and you can press that. Also, I had this idea. So I took my GoPro Hero 9 and I rigged it up in this little cage. I have already this USB-C adapter which allows me to plug in an external microphone, and I put a cold shoe on top of the cage. I mounted the receiver, and bada boom, bada bing, I can now wirelessly transmit audio into my GoPro. So what did I do? I stuck it on the hood of my truck and I drove around town. You want to see that? Here we go, here we go. Yeah, I don't know, folks. I don't know that I would go 75 miles an hour down the freeway with this thing hooked on the hood of my truck, but driving around city streets like this, it seems to work pretty good. I think it's a pretty cool option. I think for me, it just opens up creative potential, right? These are all just tools, and tools can be used many different ways, right? But it's up to you to be creative, and it's up to you to figure out how you can use the tools to make the things that you want to make. So I am really digging this little option. It's just a small, light little package. It's strapped to the hood of my truck, and I'm driving around and I'm talking to you, and I don't have to sync audio later. It's just in one neat little video clip, and that makes my life easy. I dig it. That's what it sounds like. That's pretty cool. Didn't have to sync it later. Have a camera on the outside of the truck. Bing, bang, boom. I don't know, man. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. So, tech specs. Let me get into that. Where is my phone? Hang on. Let me get my phone. Put my glasses on so I can read this. Apparently, the thing has a range of 100 meters. That's like the length of a football field. I wanted to know about battery life. Here's what they tell me. Our transmitter can be used for about 4.5 hours when fully charged, and the receiver can be used for another 7.5 hours. When the charging box is fully charged, the 2 transmitters and 1 receiver can be charged 2.5 times. In this way, it can be used for up to 17 hours. That is pretty cool. It's such a simple little package. I'm rambling. I don't want to make this video too long. Final thoughts. What do I think of this magical little device? Is it a magical little device? I think it's pretty cool, actually. I like it so far. I like how small and light it is. I like that I can stick the whole darn thing in my pocket. I like that it's very simple. I don't have to worry about the battery life or the batteries dying. All the stuff that I'm doing is, is not like super long. I'm not going out all day. I wouldn't be using this all day. So I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about, or do I start recording and then the batteries are dead, which my old mic system, that's what I had to worry about. So I like it. I like that it's small. I like that I have 2 transmitters so I can have conversations with people now, which is kind of what the direction that I'm going on this channel, and we're having more interactions. We're talking with other artists, models, actors, dancers, musicians, all kinds of crazy weird people. I'm gonna start having all kinds of crazy weird conversations with these crazy weird people, so who are awesome. This just opens up creative possibilities for me, and I like it. It's simple. It worked right out of the box. There were a few nuances that I needed to learn and figure out once I got deeper. Now I know the pitfalls. I know that I gotta be careful and not mute the thing. Okay, folks, so that is my review of the Hollyland Lark 150. Hope you liked it. Look, all these things, these cameras, audio recorders, lenses, tripods, whatever kind of gear, your backpack, your shoes, your underwear, they're just gear, right? They're just tools. They just get you down the road. They're just there to help you make the things you want to make. And that's all this is. My dog just got up and went across the room. So I like this tool because it's very simple, it's small, and it doesn't get in my way. So We will see you next week, back to our usual business of making some art and having adventures. Take care out there. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.